Hey, Martha. Hey, Randy. I'm lighting this fire for you. I hope you're doing okay. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope that everybody feels supported in these heavy times. And I hope to be able to facilitate in such a way that you can support yourself. And we cannot help others unless we help ourselves. So my little way, I'm hoping to just bring a little bit of light to the heaviness. With these meditation, satsang, Facebook live stream sessions on these weeknights. And we'll practice together till about 8:30. And as always, take a couple minutes to pull yourself together in such a way that you're find a comfortable seated position or a lying down position so that you can relax. So that you can come home, so that you can practice self-care. So take the next couple of minutes as needed to surround yourself, to support yourself. As we wait perhaps for others to gather, and I'm burning some sage and some cedar and some palo santo. The palo santo actually helps to support the nervous system. And the cedar and the sage are cleansing of negative energy and provide actually positive energy and positivity, which we need so much right now. And so when you're stabilized your seat, knowing that it takes a couple of minutes to actually settle down the nervous system enough to become still, just adjust your body in such a way that you feel grounded. Rolling the shoulders back and the shoulder blades moving, the bottom tips of the shoulder blades moving towards each other and slightly forward. And at the same time, you want to broaden the side body. You want to lengthen the side body, lift and lengthen the side body up out of your legs, so that your spine can flow freely and effortlessly through your body. If you are in a sitting position, sit in as best you can right on the sharp edge of your sits bones. So if you're in a chair or if you're on the floor, you can roll back and forward on your sits bones, and then come to a place where you feel that you're right in the center of the sharp edge of the sit bones, and invite those sits bones to sink heavily into the earth as if you had weights on your sits bones and dropping you down. At the same time, kind of maintaining that lift of the heart and the lengthening up of the crown of the head to the heavens. And let the shoulders just relax. Let the arms just drop away from the trunk of the body. If you're sitting down, you can press into your knees a little bit, and almost to the point where you where you're falling over backwards, and then bring yourself back up straight, back up to the center of the sits bones, but let the weight of your front body release into your back body. Hey, Thora. You know, everything that you've done to get to this point. Relax your eyes. Let the outer corners of the eyes release towards the temples, and the inner corners of the eyes release towards the bridge of the nose. And turn the inner gaze to the back of the brain, the base of the skull. So you can actually imagine your gaze following the optic nerve that comes out of the back of the eye straight to the occipital, the base of the skull. I just love to say occipital. And then even imagine that that gaze is reflected into the heart. Relax your outer ears and your inner ears, the earlobe, or and even the ear canal. So just kind of bring your attention to the ears and invite the ears to relax all the way, even the bones of the ears. And the ear canal, you can imagine crossing from ear to ear. And the eyes, the gaze of the eyes going from the back of the eyes back to the occipital, straight back, following the optic nerve, forming like a nice symmetrical cross. In your imagination and in your mind's eye. And then go back and see if your ears have accepted that invitation to relax. So sometimes I can even feel my ears, the inner ears, just opening a little bit and being more receptive and less clamped down, so that you can tune into the sound of your breath. So with the bare attention of your physical body and where you are in space, and your legs grounding down to the earth, crown of the head lifting up to the sky. See if you can bring your attention to the sound of the breath and the feeling of the breath moving throughout the body, from your tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers to the crown of the head, front and back, side to side. And breathing through your nose if possible. So allow your sense gates or your senses, smell, taste, touch, sight, to connect you, to bring you to this present moment. As you breathe through your nose, you might notice residual smells in the air around you. I have the wonderful smells of these sages and these smudges. Notice the air in the room, the temperature, the touch of the temperature on your skin, the touch of your hands on your lap, or the earth below you. Even with your eyes closed, there's still color that you see. What colors do you see with your eyes, even if they're closed? Sense gate of sight. the sense gate of taste, noticing any residual flavors from dinner, tea, whatever, toothpaste. It's becoming aware and having the sense gates bring you to this present moment, bring you home. And then again for a few more breaths, a few more heartbeats, have the primary attention of the sense gates be to the sound of your breath. Let the other sounds and the other senses fade away. And seeing if you can come to a rhythmic circular breath. It doesn't matter whether it's a long breath or a short breath. Just see if you can make it rhythmic and circular. Without even trying, we breathe. That's why it's nice to use the breath as a foundation for your mindfulness practice. In the sense gate of your mind, notice what you're bringing to this moment. Notice what you're bringing to the seat. Notice what you're bringing to the practice, emotionally, physically, mentally. Acknowledge your energy. Acknowledge what's going on in your mind and then let it go. Just let it go. Come back to the breath. And let's set an intention. It's always nice to set an intention for your practice and appreciating yourself for taking the time out, for carving this time out for yourself, for your self-care. And whatever that intention is, you could be for yourself, it could be for others, it could be sending out energy for others. Just set that intention. And then we'll begin our formal meditation with the 3 rings of the bell. So once again, with a bare attention to where you are in space, physically, your legs, and release your back body, which is tends to be more unconscious. You're grounding down into the earth while lengthening up into the heavens. Listen for your breath. That'll sort of be our anchor for our practice this evening. staying tuned to the subtle sensations of breathing in and out. Be aware, extra kind of aware of the breath in the back body and the side body. We bring our awareness and our attention to the back body. We bring our consciousness to our back body. And benefits of that are just are that we can be more aware of what's going on around us, more in tune, more compassionate, more empathetic. And you can trust again in everything that you've done to get to this point. The big, strong bones of the shoulder blades, the back of the head, the occipital bone, the sacrum, solid, strong bones that support you. And coming home to the present moment with each breath. Without anticipating, without judgment, but with a sense of curiosity, even a sense of joyous curiosity as a process of discovery. What is going to arise today? But acknowledge whatever arises. You can name it, call it for what it is: worry, concern, fear, listing, ruminating, projecting. You can, whatever it is, you can call whatever it is when you're aware of the thought. Call it for what it is, and then come back again to the sensation of breathing in and out. With that extra awareness of breathing into the back body and the space between the shoulder blades, up by the neck, into the side body of the armpit chest, the kidneys and the adrenals. The cylindric expansion and rising and falling as you breathe in and out. Without having to breathe in or out in an unnatural way, or just whatever works, whatever pace and whatever length it works for you to feel calm and natural. And allow yourself to be unsure. What does it mean to be still? To allow everything to just be, just as it is. And letting go of the practice, specific practice of breathing into the back body. Just come back to a natural breath and allow whatever arises to arise. And knowing that usually we assume it's going to be something. And as soon as we assume I know what it means, to truly just be present with what is, we'll never find out. So here is your invitation, and to not just assume that we know. Be in the mystery. You know, what could it possibly mean for me to be really, really actually stopping, not pretending, or not mostly stopping, to really see what on earth it could mean to stop anticipating and judging. And can I do that for more than a second or two? And can I stop for just a little more than this? Just allowing whatever arises to arise. And wow, it feels like everything has stopped. And can I stop just a little bit more than this? And stop anticipating or judging. And just allow whatever arises to arise. Taking care not to follow. before making your way back to normal waking consciousness, if you like, taking a couple moments just to see if you can let go just a little bit more. And when the organic urge arises, invite your inhalations to be a little bit deeper and your exhalations a little bit longer. And trace your awareness as it percolates out once again with your breath to all the parts of your body. Once again, your fingers, your toes, your knees, your pelvis, shoulders, crown of the head. And if you like, keeping your eyes closed or opening them softly with a soft gaze that still remains inner as opposed to seeking outward. And we'll take a little twist to each side. Hello, Stella. Good job. Well done. Celebrate, acknowledge yourself for your practice, for just showing up. There's really nothing that you could do wrong. Some days are harder than others to stay present. Take a side stretch if you like. Some days we have more on our mind, or our bodies are more tired. But if we practice regularly, that's life. It's just life. And life only. The more we practice coming home in the meditation practice, the more that we can bring it out into our life. We can catch ourselves when we start worrying, and we have tools when we start recognizing that we're living in the future or that we're dwelling in the past. The past is history. It's gone. There's nothing we can do about it. The future, as they say, the future never comes, and the future is just a projection. And there certainly are times to make plans and think about things, and sometimes it is fun to think about the past. But how is it affecting your feeling? How is it affecting your emotional body? How is it affecting the choices that you make? That's what we need to start to recognize and connect, because our thoughts lead to our emotions, and our emotions lead to action, and then our actions lead to more emotions and thoughts, and it becomes potentially this circle. And where can you stop that cycle? You can stop it with our thoughts and catch ourselves. Intervene with ourselves as much as possible and come back to our practice, whatever it is. And the breath is a really simple tool to shine the light of mindfulness on us. The breath, it's always there, right? And we can tell ourselves, we can find ourselves when our breath is up here in our throat, or our breath is ragged, or we're not thinking, or we're holding our breath, or we're hunching over. You may start making those connections and see see that you do have control. And again, thank you for taking this practice and going on that journey of joyous curiosity, of letting go of expectation, letting go of what you think might be coming up and might be happening, and just see what arises. So I'm going to close with, this is what we're listening to in the background, is called Santosh. And it's quiet, soothing music for relaxation, stress reduction, tai chi, yoga, massage, etc. And on the back of and Santosh means contentment. And contentment in such a way that whatever is going on around us, we can still be content. And that's a tough call. But we always have choice, and sometimes our choice is just our attitude. But we always have choice. So I'm going to close with this little short reading, and it's from the Tao Te Ching. Stir muddy water, and it will stay cloudy. Leave it alone, and it will become clear. Let the stream flow, and it will find its way. Stop chasing contentment, and it will come to you. So thank you once again for joining me, for raising the vibration of the universe by coming together with this practice. And I'll close with our prayer of the heart. And the operating word in Sanskrit is purna, and it means perfection, and it also means full. So you take away from perfection, and there's still perfection. And you take away, and in imperfection, there is perfection. So everything is perfect, isn't it? So you are perfect, aren't you? We are perfect, aren't we? Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnamadachite Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamavivavashishite Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. I dedicate the merit and the virtue gathered through this practice without expectation to the lasting happiness and well-being of all beings, so all beings may be free from suffering and the causes and conditions of suffering, and may all beings be happy with the causes and conditions of happiness. Namaste. Have a really nice evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel. Peace.